Hey there, everyone. Today, an absolutely wild day in the markets. Wait until you see the technicals that I have for you for QQQ, SPY, IWM, that inverse head and shoulders. What is going on with that? Are the technicals playing out as I expected them to? I'll give all those updates and more in this video. And oh my gosh, Ethereum, will you just please already just break out? Everybody's waiting. Everybody knows you want to. Just think and do it. By the way, more commentary, analyses, buys and sells over at the Discord, which I did wrap up a live stream with Stockmo and Crypto Will. You guys should check it out with the calls that we made over there. We were right about pretty much every darn one of them. So you guys should watch that. And with that live trading, you could also make your decision of whether or not you're also going to do some of that trading too. At the very least, learn about those technicals while you're over there. But links in the description, code word doctor, get you 50% off the first month. And if you want to use the earner tier, when you do that sign up with that code word, you guys can watch those live streams too that happen for those Discord members where that live trading takes place. And there's a whole ton more that's over there waiting for you. But for now, guys, I do want to get into the charts on this. So we're going to kick things off with QQQ. That's right, the NASDAQ 100. I talked about this rising wedge pattern. And wouldn't you know, we went top to bottom on this thing, or bottom to top on this thing, that we are pretty much at the apex of it leading into tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m., we have the CPI, the Consumer Price Index report. And I'll tell you what, it's pretty tense thanks to the tariff news that we have. So if it comes in and we still have subdued levels for inflation, the market's probably going to love it. We're like 1% away from all-time highs as of today's close with QQQ. And so that love for the markets, I'm going into it with a bullish bias. If instead we get a massive spike for inflation, that's going to cause tariffs to really have the hairy eye put at it for the inflation that it could possibly cause. And mind you, don't forget, it's the last CPI that we get before the Fed meeting next week with their conclusion on the 18th with their interest rate decision. And nobody wants rates to stay higher for longer, except for maybe Jerome Powell. I don't know if he wants it, but that's definitely the way that he's keeping it right now for a federal funds rate. We want that easy monetary policy. We do not want to see a double top in the markets and then followed by a big old sell on things, because that'd be absolutely gross and terrible and disgusting. Nobody wants it. Don't forget about the PPI numbers that are coming up too. So guys, if we break out of the top trend line that we have here, 540.01 is that last all-time high during regular trading hours that we want to break over. Watch for that. If we do head that way, watch for a massive rejection to happen, at least initially, from that, especially if you do the day trading thing, sort of like we were doing today with the 0 DTEs. Man, they're a lot of fun, but they are absolutely intense. I went 2-0-1 today during the live stream trading, and I'll take it. That one, because I broke out even with my stop loss. I got stopped out right at even. That was nice. Not as nice as a profit. Got two winning trades in there as well, though. Stockmo with his winning trades. Crypto Will. I'll tell you what, man, he gives top-notch commentary. Let's move along. So watch out for that initial rejection at 540.01. And we actually, for the RSI standards, we're close to overbought, but not quite. Weekly, we have a lot of room to run yet. Monthly, also near those overbought territory. On this, I'm cautiously bullish, just like I was back here. And there was reason for caution because you guys can see the sell that followed that. Cautiously bullish here because if we make it that 540.01, we need to get a candle on top of it like we never have. That candle sitting on top of it and showing it as support is going to give us further upside. And we have a lot to consider leading that. The tariff drama subsiding would be one thing. Geopolitical risk going away. Monetary policy easing for us. Continued economic strength in the labor market. And so those are all things that we want to pay attention to really see whether or not we have further upside coming in the markets. And we have those inflation reports like I was talking about. Moving over to SPY, pretty much the same look. Same darn look. We didn't go top to bottom for the rising wedge pattern, but we did go top to support on this thing. Landed absolutely right back 599.09 within 9 cents of this support line that you see right across here. The market's nervous about tomorrow. It wants to be bullish. It wants to head upward. We saw that when we were looking at the intraday charts. However, it does have that worrisome CPI number, PPI numbers coming out leading to that Fed meeting, because these are some of the first sort of digested reports that we're going to get from some tariff impact if companies are hedging forward with that, causing the prices to move up, causing a sharp spike in inflation. Because if that's what we get, then we go with the bear sentiment. We probably fall out of the bottom of this. And trust me, the market's watching, the market's waiting, and it is pushing those prices high, which gives them an extra better deal should the market goes short from where it's at right now. So we are at that teetering point like we're used to seeing. So guys, we're going to get into IWM next, which is my favorite of the three right now. And I talked a lot about the four pillars. I just referenced them earlier in the video when I talked about economic strength and labor market and easy monetary policy. So for those pillars, for IWM to absolutely pop, we need everything to align. Tariff drama has to move aside. Things just have to subdue, have to move away. We need things to ease and to settle. We need that continued economic strength as well. Labor market needs to stay strong as well. That's really going to help us out. And if it does, I think we're going to get some really outsized performance with the Russell 2000 stocks because they've never really recovered from their peak that we saw back in November. So I got my fingers crossed, and I am probably the most bullish on those if we have the right things put in place for that we see that new all-time high coming, putting in like 15 to 18% still up from where it closed at right now. And I gave this commentary over at the Discord days ago, also have put it out here on YouTube. Since that point in time, you guys can see more of those technicals analyses. Like I said, the link's in the description. Code word doctor gets you 50% off the first month. And then after that, I think you guys are going to find that you're going to stick around with the other thousands of members who have already signed up and who already stay around. I absolutely love it. I love the community. I love the people that are over there. I'm one of the panel experts. There's a whole bunch of panel experts there to support you in financial freedom and building alpha in your portfolios, sharing news, insights, ideas, perspectives, you name it, along with the tools that are over there to help you with your trading game as well, like the BreadBot AI charting tools and advanced charting tools as well. And that live trading, I'm telling you what, it's top notch. It's a lot of fun. Going to be back on Thursday doing the same thing if you guys want to see that. Links in the description. And there's some coursework as well that you can find through Stockmo Academy. Links in the description, options course, technical analysis, trading course. You guys can find those there as well. Code word doctor will get you a discount on those. Bundling the courses is going to get you the biggest discount when you combine it with the code word doctor. All right, so I talked about this inverse head and shoulders on IWM as we're looking at it. I said we have resistance right up around here, around this 215 level. This bottom part of the resistance, I think I have at 214.43 or something like that. We got really darn close. And just like we saw with SPY and QQQ, it's sort of teetering for us. We got a big old indecisive candle today, which is very understandable. I absolutely want to see a retest. Well, we got rejected off the 200-day. What I do want to see is that we come down and actually retest this yellow trend line that's going across your screen. That's along with the neckline that we have here right at about 212. So 212 down to about 210, 211. Anywhere in there, we can come back, pull back, retest support, and then skyrocket again. It could happen, especially because we hit the 200-day today, which happens to be at 215.18 as of today's close. Getting on top of that sets us up. Let me take down some of the technicals and just show you the moving averages. The 20 crossing the 200 is a very good and bullish sign. The 50 coming up, which is this one down here, coming up and across the 200, is that golden cross that we're absolutely looking for. And if this inverse head and shoulders plays out, we could blast through this resistance and we could hit all the way up here at the price target of 248.08 is what I have on here. And if you want to talk in terms of upside of what's left after today's close to hit to that price target, right about there, 15.67% left to go in order to get there. And I think it represents one of the most massive opportunities that we have out of the three indices. Now, I said I would talk about Ethereum. Ethereum, $2,747 per ETH is what we're looking for. So far, we are up above that, but we need to close above it, and we got a rejection right at about 2,800. So the high point on this is at 2,806. We want to sit on top of this dotted line going across the middle of your screen and this Fibonacci level here of 0.5. If we can sit on top of that, we have that rise to 3,000. Crypto will back me up on that one as he talked today in the live stream. And then up above that, I moved up my price target from 3,300 up to 3,500 on this. If we can get up on top of that 0.5 and if we're able to push through the 0.618. So there's my price target on that. The high side is about 3,800, but that would be a lot of bullishness. We would need a lot of liquidity hitting the market to really push us up that high. Guys, we got a lot of good volume today as we crossed up above the 200-day SMA on this thing. We got a candle standing on top of it. That is absolutely what we want to see. The next best thing after that is sitting on top this this 0.5 Fibonacci level that I have on the screen from you at 27.47. So that's the video that I have for you. The links in the description are going to unlock some of those golden opportunities for you. beyond what I talk about here on YouTube, I think that this is really good, but talking about it in a longer sense, sharing screenshots with you, being able to talk with you back and forth, being able to have access to all the tools, the community, the other panel experts, I'm telling you what, the offerings over the products, services are seemingly endless. It really is an ecosystem that can really empower you with your trading and investing. And then in terms of empowerment, the options course and the technical analysis trading course, that also are linked down in the description through Stockmo Academy. Personal friend of mine, great guy, known him for the past 17 years, even probably on par with just how good he is, how good those courses are, and what they can offer to you. Code word doctor, whichever you sign up for both of them. I think you guys are going to find that you enjoy absolutely everything that you find waiting for you there. Thank you for watching. I am Dr. Stock, Doctor of Education. Remember, my friends, that learning is earning. We'll see you next video.